So
Oh
I
no.
told him I really didn't understand why he was yelling at me all the time, and that's why I had to take last time off. I just couldn't do it anymore. He just every time the show ended, it's just this constant screaming, and that's just too much emotional abuse, Matt.
I
Well,
mean, normally the rule is keep the bruises below the neckline, but
Yeah,
when it's
exactly,
when it's emotional punches, that's hard to do.
exactly. Yeah,
Everyone says Canadians are nice. I'm not feeling it.
I don't.
he
I,
asked
I'm really starting to doubt that. I
he
almost I
asked me
almost
to
flipped over to Tony.
he asked me to cover for you, and I was like, I really don't want to. And then he started sending me really provocative photos, and I was like,
I,
I might have to do this.
he will do that. He will do that.
Oh,
Mojo,
we're
what's
live.
going on? Yeah, we're live. We're live. Welcome everybody. What is this, Matt? Round
It's
502
episode 5,
million and
yeah.
seven? Five? Episode five. Wonderful. So we're gonna go around the Hermit. What's up, man? How are you tonight? We got the regular crew back. Dre's in the background. He's here. He'll chat when he wants to. Um, but we're gonna go around the horn. Everybody should kind of know the rules by now, right? We're 5 episodes in. So Joe, why don't you go ahead and get us started off, and then we'll kind of work our way around the circle there with the introductions.
Uh, for the 10th time, I'm Joseph Reed, aka OMV. I've done exclusive variant covers. I've worked for sketch cards, and Dre sends me a lot of provocative photos. So one of them, he was in the pretzel. It was quite impressive.
All right. Next up, we have Luke Sketches over in the upper right-hand corner tonight. Luke, why don't you go ahead and
What's up?
introduce yourself, tell us your background, and
Luke Sketches. I've been drawing for about 6 years now. I do a lot of just local cons here in the Kansas area. Just draw for fun right now.
nice. You said in the Kansas area. Where at in Kansas?
Right next to Wichita.
Oh yeah, we lived. I lived
Nice.
just for a little over a year up in uh, Junction City, there by
Oh,
Salina
okay.
and Topeka.
Yeah.
Cool, nice.
Nobody cares
We
where you
have
used to live.
Yeah.
there he is.
I was interested.
There's the producer. All right, Jay Lynn, the elusive, mysterious man who shows up every so often. Why don't you go ahead, reintroduce yourself to the community so everybody can
Uh,
kind of catch up with who you are.
yeah, it's been so long I can't remember. What was it? Oh yeah, I used to draw sketch cards. Let's see. I think I started in 17. I think with Premiere, and then did a couple runs on Premiere and Marvel Masterpieces, and then started getting into some of the other stuff. Was asked to do like I think Aesop's Fables. Was it Cosmic, something like that, and then which were the sketches for what the Goodwin Champions or whatever, and then let's see, and then the latest thing that's out is Halo. I worked on self published some comics, worked on other comic properties like GI Joe and Transformers. I don't know. It's just kind of been all over the place. And
Very
then
nice.
this will be the first time I'm drawing in months. So
Awesome. No band trip scheduled for this summer?
no. That was a one time thing. That was the kid quit band as soon as we got back from Europe. So
Oh man, a little too much exposure to the European lifestyle. They're like, yeah, I want to do that instead.
yeah, no, it was basically I'm just doing bands so we get the European trip.
Hey, that's a smart kid right there. Might as well get the
Yeah.
free trip. So awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Jay.
Yep.
Gordon is up. I know Gordon from doing Mythicon stuff. Actually, we got, including Dre, we've got 4 artists here that are Mythicon artists. So, but Gordon, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat there and let us know a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Gordon Wills. I've been doing sketch cards too, I guess, since 2017. That's when I started. doing Marvel Premiere, did a bunch of Marvel stuff since then, some of the MCU stuff, Marvel Premiere, Marvel Beginnings, all that stuff. I'm still doing some Upper Deck stuff, doing some of the DC things. I've been drawing off and on since I was a kid, but kind of really once my kids were born is when I kind of started to pick it up again, because it kind of became an activity for us to do together, and then started sharing my art on Instagram, and then kind of just went from there. Started doing the sketch cards and met some of these guys like Josh and Dre and Mr. Munshaw in the comments. So this is my first time doing this. I really enjoy these kind of streams and hanging out with other artists and doing all that. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think Joe's probably got an edge here, right, Matt? With some of the experience, he's kind of familiar with the flow of everything.
He's
Everybody else
got the cheat
coming in, a
codes
little
for
nervous.
sure, you know.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
always
just
fun to
here
see
have some fun.
what approach everybody takes. But we do have our wheel of names, so let's get them popped up. See who we got on the wheel this week. So each of the artists submitted 4 characters. We got Jeff the Land Shark. That'll be a fun one if we land on that. Predator, Iron Man, Violator. Matt, you were saying that you're really kind of hoping we end on that, right?
Just because it's 30 minutes of just pure joy for the banter with that name.
Yeah. My least favorite on this,
I hardly.
my least favorite on this list, Cyclops. We got Scarlet Witch, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, Nightcrawler, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So any TMNT character.
No, I think I'm sorry. I think that's all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's all I read.
So let's go. For all 4 of them. All 4.
So we're doing an oversized
miniatures. We got that guy. Yep, and then Wolverine, and then Hulk, Swamp Thing, the Crow, which would be pretty cool. I'd like to see that. G.I. Joe and Transformers. So Matt,
oh
what
my
are we
gosh,
looking for?
not Transformers.
I mean,
Not
Nightcrawler is a
Transformers, not
classic, having
Transformers.
been banned so long.
That'd be a great one, I think.
Yeah,
Because there's so many different approaches you can go with them. Like, there's some of these characters where it's like, okay, you've seen so many of them that, like, are we going to see something new when we see, like, Spider-Man, right? Like, we've seen so many Spider-Man sketches from sets and everything like that, and Spider-Man cards that at some point there's not really new creation with it anymore. It's just recreation of similar things with slight changes.
See, if I had to pick one, I would like the line to go right in between Jeff the Land Shark and Transformers. So you need to do Jeff as a Transformer.
Oh, see, now nothing stops the artist from doing Jeff as a Transformer.
True.
Just because it lands on a character, it's still
you can
your
do any
spin.
character as a Transformer, right?
And you can do anything with the character that you want.
So
right,
like
so
like a Michael Bay Devastator.
There you go.
All right.
So we need a number from chat for our shuffles. So chat, give us a number.
First number we see.
First one we see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Thanks, Trey.
There you go.
4.
4 it is, Jeremiah.
Munshaw,
All right.
I'm going to tell Lucy to watch this later.
1, 2, 3, 4, and artist. Good luck.
Oh man.
Gonna be
Wanda.
Get there? No, gonna be Wanda. Wanda. Very nice. Very nice. So a little challenging, some nice takes we can get on Wanda. So artists, you guys know the deal. Dre kind of explained it ahead of time. You're gonna have 15 minutes for the first half of it. Once everybody puts their pencils down on their cards, we'll know you're ready to go. That's when we'll start the match. Matt will control the timer. He'll give you the countdowns as we're getting going here. And then we'll do a halftime. We'll break out everybody's cards individually. And then once we get ready to go on the second half, same process. You'll put your pencil down on your card, and we'll get going for the last 15 minutes. When the timer stops, pencils must be down.
This is gonna be a challenge.
Let the fun begin. Everybody place your utensil on the card. Once everyone's ready, we'll give you the go.
Hermit's got a wand from
All right.
Gordon. Nice.
Looks like everybody's ready. All right. We will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So Nathan, after a week off, you got to feel a little refreshed coming back into this with a little snark, maybe.
Just heartbroken, man. Just heartbroken. Dre left me hanging. You know, he stood me up. We had dinner plans and everything, and he just ditched me. I mean, it hurt.
We talked about it before. I mean, Billy's one hell of a side piece. Come on.
No, I'm not mad at Billy. I'm more mad that Billy cheated on me too. I mean, he was my side piece, and then he went Canadian. That's ridiculous. I'm really starting to think it's a me issue.
So right off the bat, we're going with the basic layout here with Mr. Venom.
We're gonna get some. Yeah, we're gonna get about probably half body here. About half body. Nice. Joe's taking a little bit different approach. We've seen Joe in the past go for more of like a third upper body. You know, chest, mid abdomen, expanding it out a little bit there.
Typically, if you want to be a fan favorite, you got to show off Wanda's magic. You know.
Yes, her magic, her 2 magic hands.
Yes, I mean the sparkly effects that come off those.
Yep, and I think that's what we're going to see here with Luke. He's got a much more zoomed out.
Oh wow! Yeah, look at that
face there as opposed to
we got a lot of room for background there too. So it'll be interesting to see how far we go.
This is gonna be really interesting once these start coming together, because we can see, like, when we're back on that 4-panel screen there, you can see it's very light on Jalen's and on Gordon's for their initial pencilings. Yep. You see Gordon's is starting to come a little bit darker there, but Jalen, he goes with that much lighter touch on his cards.
Brittany here. Welcome, Brittany. What's up, Adam Brown?
Brittany, what's up? Adam.
Although Mark Roby trying to muscle in on our comedy here. I mean, throwing a dad joke out there to start. I mean, yeesh, look at that. He's eyeing to be the next side piece right there.
There you go. Now we need to see about getting Adam on here one of these times. Absolutely. He did some fantastic pencil sketches. Now, I don't know about 30 minutes, how he would do in that, but even then, it'd be really interesting to see how far he could go in 30 minutes with it.
I mean, I would love to see like a fully, like just a close-up face in pencil. Oh my God. Do I have, because I got his black cat from MentalCon, which is just.
You did, yes. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. The beast he did, where he was like, should I do this in blue? Should I do it in gray? Fantastic. Just left it. It was great. All right, so we got some proportion lines here going on for Joe. He's doing that. We got Luke's moved on to getting the body layout going. Dre, can you make Jalen a little bit bigger there? I mean, don't excite him too much, but just blow him up a little bit. Very nice.
The outline is so light. Yeah, you have to really see it zoom to see sort of where it's going.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't excite Jalen. Dre says old habits die hard.
What's up, Close Out?
What's up, Raj? How you doing, bud? You guys drawing tonight? You participating on the side with us, or you got a new character already? Those guys started their own little sketch card wars thing that they're doing on their own to give themselves a week to do it. I think it's really cool that what they've created with this here, with the sketch card wars, has trickled out into the people that watch and participate in chat, that they're out there doing this too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean the timer definitely adds the layer of stress to it, but seeing people do it over a longer time frame.
I know there's a couple of people out there that are trying the 30-minute process with the same characters, and then they're kind of showcasing those a little bit, not putting them out there too much in the public, but they're sharing them every now and then with some people. But I know Raj and that little group that they got doing that, they're doing a week on their timer, so it gives them more time to actually kind of perfect their stuff. Shane, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, man. They're doing Hellboy. Oh wow, that's great. Ash Gonzalez is in the chat there. What's up, man? How are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Hope you're safe. freaking crazy weather down in the south. It's I just missed wildfires and tornadoes this past week. Just crazy.
Yeah, we had some crazy weather yesterday. We had some tornadoes a little bit north of us, but luckily we just had some strong storms.
Now, I haven't seen Luke's work before, so I'm going to have to check out his Instagram afterwards and see kind of some of his pieces. But I'm getting kind of a similar vibe, at least from the pencil aspect here, to what I've seen from Gordon's work before, just a little more zoomed out than what I typically see from Gordon.
Gordon, from what I see, because I've been following him for a while, I love his cartoon style. I mean, it's so it's like Nickelodeon from what I see.
Thank you. That's kind of, when I was talking about a little bit earlier, how I kind of got back into drawing a lot because when my kids were born, it kind of became an activity we could do together. And that was kind of when I made that kind of pivot to doing more cartoony stuff than just like focus on like comic book kind of style art. It just kind of was what I enjoyed at that point and kind of still that way.
Nice. Now Jalen's starting to darken up here a little bit. He's starting to get some of that penciling in. Now, Matt, one thing I have noticed tonight, the artists are taking much more time on the pencil aspect of this, whereas in the past few episodes, we've seen color come out within that first few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we're just coming up on 7 minutes burned with 8 minutes left. And last week we had a lot of ink already. So it's interesting that it feels like everybody's sort of on the same pace here.
Yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? Everybody's pretty much at the same point. If I had to say, if I had to look at these 4 cards and go, who do I think's the farthest along? I would put that at Gordon, just because I can't see Joe's card. He decided to dip his card off to the side and switch it out with a pre-made sketch for the characters that were on the list already.
Apologies, please don't find me.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting way. There's nothing in the rules against that, right? So you've got a reference pre-built for the frame. That's pretty clever, actually.
So which one of the artists tonight picked Scarlet Witch to be on our wheel of names?
Me, Gordon.
I considered it, but I wanted to go off the wall.
Now, I did hear the producer put a rule out there that we can't repeat characters, so I'm happy about that rule. I like the idea of having variety.
Yeah, Dre told me I couldn't put Venom for all 4 of my selections. Yeah.
I would love a week 2 where we implement some rules like no Marvel or DC. So we got to go with indie or something else,
That would be fun. That's kind of why I put Scorpion on there, just kind of out
Changes
of the ordinary. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is interesting, but it's because they're all on the same sort of pace here. It's a little bit hard to poke fun at anyone saying they're falling behind. You're not making our job easy here, guys.
No, not at all.
You guys should be having a field day with me. I'm out of my wheelhouse.
Raj mentions here, he says, I think I found the right chat now. So as normal, where you guys should be at is the Sketch Card Wars YouTube channel. We prefer you to be there because that's where this is originated at. The other channels are just to kind of broadcast it to get people in. But if you're at the Sketch Card Wars channel, that's where you should be. Give a like and subscribe there.
Well said. Sorry. Inevitably, work has.
I just get lost. I get lost just checking all the different the arts out and just kind of bouncing back and forth from each different camera. And
I mean, definitely Luke and we've got sort of three very similar sort of sized as well. I think Warner's got the most zoomed in of the 4.
I can barely even see the card because the phone's in the way.
He has the most zoomed out.
Yep. But again, not that much of a difference here.
Yeah, that is one feature that that StreamYard does not quite have implemented, where you can have your camera out farther and then to actually be able to zoom in with your camera as opposed to moving the camera closer.
Yeah, definitely a pain. So now, Warner, is that green ink, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I use generally how I used to do the cards was I'd pencil it, and then I'd take a complementary color marker and just do kind of a light inking, and then color, and then go back to after I finish the coloring, then I'd ink with India ink.
Okay.
Matt, how are we doing on our timer there?
We are just coming up on 4 minutes left, and then we'll start doing a little more frequent countdown.
There we go.
But yeah,
4 minutes left in the first half, folks.
Gordon darkening it up.
Meg, how you doing tonight?
What's that?
Meg's in the chat.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, this is a fun night, Meg.
Meg, what's up, Meg?
I mean, it's not Jeff the Land Shark, but Scarlet Witch is a close second.
Now, nothing stops these folks from putting Jeff in there as a cameo.
Wanda the Land Shark. Wait, what?
Wanda the Land Shark. There you go. Haven't they? Have they done like they do with Deadpool, where they Deadpool everything and Venomize everything? Have they done that with Jeff yet, where he's kind of like the characters have become Jeff, or Jeff has become?
I don't know about that. There is a Deadpool shark, though.
Mm.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someday says, "What's up to my buddy Gordon?"
What's up, Someday? How's it going? Yeah, we got a good crew in the chat.
Yeah, we got 29 people watching tonight. Welcome. If you're not subscribed, Shark Pool. Yeah.
Shark
If you guys
Yeah,
aren't already
I think-
subscribed to the Sketch Card Wars channel, please do so.
I think next time I'm on, my 4-character submissions will be Shark Pool.
3 minutes left.
Just 4 Shark Pools.
Just 4 Shark Pools. 1 word, 2 words, uppercase, lowercase. It's all good. I'm totally
Oh, boy, I
Money
forgot.
symbol.
I forgot about streaming. You'd be in the middle of a stream, and then all of a sudden you start getting notifications of new followers and stuff.
Yep.
Shark in the pool. Nice. All right, we're coming up on the 2-minute warning, everybody. 2:15 to be exact. Yeah, this is sort of interesting. Unlike last week, I don't feel like we have anybody really out in the lead. I feel like they're all in very similar spots, which is great because I think we're going to have a race down to the wire
I
here.
mean, Luke took a break here, like mid going. He's just like, I'm just gonna rest my hand a little bit.
I was trying to
We're all
find my
winners here.
878. How's it going, man?
Micron.
Card Collector Show. What's going on? Welcome.
Oh, Caddyshack reference going old
I need
school
something
there.
else in the pool. The old Snickers bar.
Exactly. Just pick it up and eat it in front of everybody. That's the key. Express dominance.
Corn on the cob.
All right. So we're running down to approaching the 1 minute
Baby
mark.
Ruth, yeah.
See, for those of you that have watched Gordon's streams, know that once he busts out the colors, it's pretty much done. So I think he's about to pick up steam.
It looks like he's at that point too, doesn't it, Dre? Where he's like, okay, first half I got my pencil done. That was my objective, and now second half, colors.
Yeah, we see a lot of racing, and all right. This is going to be really fascinating. Oh, we got some crazy pen angles there too. Just it's coming right. Glad this isn't in 3D. We'd be freaking out here.
How we doing, Matt? We got a 10-second.
And we are at 25 seconds left.
25 to go. Lucy is a better artist. Oh, shots from the chat.
Shots fired. All right. 15.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier.
Munchaw's challenging him to a
10.
draw.
5 seconds.
He said he was going to put his suit and tie on the line.
And pencils down.
Pencils
Gonna
down
put a
for
suit
the
and
first
tie on the
half.
line.
Suit and tie is on the line, Gordon. Michael's calling you out. He's putting the challenge out there.
All right. Well,
First half. So we started to get a little bit of color right here at the end. But I would dare say most of these are, I mean, they're all really close to just being at that same point in the process, right? So Joe, you're up. Why don't you tell us what you're going for here, what you're looking to accomplish here in the second half?
So by the second half, I want to quickly get the inks done, slap down the colors. I'm going to try and incorporate a watercolor background, get her little magic things going here with the little spiky light off things. Just, I like drawing female characters is usually not my strong suit. So this is definitely a challenge for me. I zoomed out a little bit more than I wanted to, but I felt I needed to get those magic things in there. Then if I can manage to get the inks done and get her suit colored and all that, I can just kind of have fun with the background with watercolors.
Now, you've made some references in the past to the first female sketch you did on the Sketch Card Wars shows, the Cottonmouth, and I would say this is a much better approach to that than what the Cottonmouth was.
That is strictly because I've been doing this so many times now. Like I kind of know what to do. I kind of know, take a deep breath, stop panicking. Can't be bricked up all the time.
yeah. I mean, if you're looking at a time constraint, I feel like this very centered, symmetrical approach is definitely going to help in terms of time management.
I just got to get these inks and colors done quick, and then we'll go.
Just having a little trouble focusing here, but
it's like it's trying to focus on the pen.
Yeah.
Just back up a bit, back out
A little better. Yeah. What are you going for on this one? And then where are we looking to take this one in the second half? Like how far do you think you're going to get in the final 15 minutes?
I started on the inking. I'm trying to go for more of like a dynamic in your face with like the magic and like the hand reaching out. That's something I've always been strived for in my drawings, is always trying to get better at it. Is like the reaching out, I forget the word, I'm dumbing out, but I just like it to be in your face, just be very dynamic. Hopefully finishing up the inks real quick and get going on the colors and stuff, get all the reds and the pinks, and if I get all that done, then like Joe is doing, if you get there, start going on the background a little bit, add something. But,
Foreshortening.
Yeah, foreshortening. There you go. That's it. But just having fun with it. I've never drawn this character before, so definitely a challenge.
Now, Matt, if we're going to call out football references here, the artist obviously threw out foreshortening there for the artist reference. I would say he deflated Scarlet.
Yes. I would more argue that the magical effects are covering things up. I do love the idea of the two sort of layers of magic. You've got the one in the foreground, the one in the background. So I'm very interested to see sort of how this fleshes out. I think there's some real potential here.
Yeah,
what did I deflate there?
Just you made her smaller. You made her smaller. The foreshortening, because you made the hand bigger, so it was the point of reference. So you deflated her.
I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah, so did I. That's why I played safe there.
Kid show. I was told to keep it PG.
PG-13. Let's go.
Come on.
Deflate cake.
Oh, all right, Gordon, we got you up, sir.
So I'm the one that put her on the list. I honestly, when I was building that list, for half of them, I went with a couple characters that I've drawn a lot. So I've drawn Scarlet Witch a lot. So my main thought when I started was I want to do something different than I usually do with her. And I think I did that just because of the way that I framed her in the card. I mean, it's similar but different. So like, and I generally don't like to draw her with a cape. I usually do the scarf situation, and I decided to do the cape this time. So
what do you find is the most challenging aspect of her, for as much as you've drawn her?
Her hands. They always, what I have in my mind never ever comes through the way that I want it to. But I don't know. I really like, there's certain things about it, drawing her that I really like. I love doing her hair. I love the headpiece that she wears and all that. So I really like that part of it. But it's like the hands. I always like want to get a little more ambitious with them, and sometimes it doesn't work out. So that's probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah, the problem with the hands is if you go too far, then she just looks like a palsy victim. Like mine, as an example.
Well, with that said,
John, let's take a look at John's here. All right, John, where are we taking this one in the second half? How far do you think you're gonna get in the last 15 minutes?
You're going to get about 15 minutes worth. No, I mean, I really kind of approach this to literally be a 30-minute sketch and just try and jam out as much as you can. It's much looser than what I would probably do. I mean, at this stage, it's about as loose as it would be, but in the coloring, it's probably going to be much looser than what I normally do. So it's just, just try and jam out as much as I can with, and usually I'll work my way up in value and then back down, with the coloring. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and work down, and cut that in half and just try and go fast. I mean, again, I haven't picked up a pencil in months, so, forgive me.
All is fair in love and
I'm really liking the level of competition here. I don't think there's a clear leader at this point, to be quite honest.
No, I really think it's going to depend on how the last 15 minutes comes together, and because we've had a couple episodes, you get somebody at 15 minutes and they're just like, yeah, I'm just going to work on the background a little bit, and because they've gone so far into it at that point in time. Honestly, with Gordon doing the streams, I thought he was going to be a little bit farther along than what he is, as far as like what I was expecting, given that he's familiar with doing the streams himself. So there's not that nervousness aspect that comes into play there.
On the flip side of that, though, the other argument is I see a very strong framework and foundation for it. So I feel like he could, in the next 3 or 4 minutes, just leapfrog ahead of everybody in terms of detail. So I think it's going to be challenging for everybody to get there. But again, they've all got really good spots to be in. So I'm thrilled. Of course.
Hooray.
Yeah, like Trey said, do better, Gordon.
All right. Are we ready, artists?
All right, artists, if you're ready, go ahead and set your down by your art, and then we'll know you're ready to go.
Oh, I'm mirrored. Hang on 1 second.
John, I got to do the pencil thing again.
Yep. All right.
There we go.
All right. If we are all ready, here we go. 5-second countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. I mean, we've been talking about these for the last 5 minutes, so there's not much we can jump and lead into here. But I feel like what you said about Gordon, I think just having that idea already in his head when he started is going to really help. I think Mr. Reed has a really nice, simple framework to work with. In some ways, I feel like Warner has done so much that he just has a lot to keep up with in terms of inking and color to kind of do this composition. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how he can cover that, or if he he's going to go right in with color here. That's another way. And Luke, again, I'm really excited to see this sort of multi-layered, whatever that official artist word was, approach.
No.
Turner is still working on MODOK to this day, it said.
Pony gets no more time.
To me, and this is going to sound silly because I love the competition, but seeing a few days later when everybody fully renders them and realizes them, it's so fun to see.
Absolutely. 26 watching, only 15 likes. Hit the like button, y'all. Exactly what Hermit said. Hey, Hermit, I'm showing 38 watching.
Oh, yeah, everybody hit the like button. So Dre
could be double channeling though.
Yeah, you get all of them exactly.
Everybody hit the like button so Dre doesn't win.
So interesting. Like I said, Gordon kind of filling in that now. You can really see that vision coming through there. Warner starting with the skin tones, and then there's going to be a mountain of red coming in, obviously, with the costume. Luke's still going with the pencils, I think. Or Luke, I can't. It's hard to tell because it's a little blurry. Are you doing ink now, or is that still dark pencil?
Yeah, I'm doing ink right now.
Okay. Oh, there we go. That distance is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the color there. It's going to be. I'm interested too to see what color Luke chooses for the effects, because there's just so much potential there. Like, do you go complementary with red or pink, or do you do something?
They are
stand out.
Rudini, they are sketching live right now.
We'll do it live.
So the artist, Rudini, if you haven't seen before, the artists get 30 minutes in total. So 2 15-minute halves to sketch a random character that is drawn on the wheel of names. Each artist submits 4 characters. Randomize the wheel, spin it. Whatever character it lands on is the one that they have to draw. Ryan says, work faster. Oh, how's it going, man?
Gordon over there with his little sample nubs for colors just to make sure they're right.
Yeah, some of these markers I don't use as often, so I didn't want to make a big mistake at this point.
Interesting. Now, I would have guessed again, but I'm not an artist. I would have guessed Joshua could have gone with the red first, but interesting rendering the hair.
Yeah. Yeah, generally, because red is kind of more in the forefront, so then anything I screw up, I can kind of cover up with the red.
Well, thanks for joining us, Rudini. Appreciate that. The 5th episode here, plus the 6th was the pilot episode. We've had different character every single time, correct? We haven't had a duplicate character yet.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love, as a non-artist on this part, just not just seeing this, but learning about some of these choices, things like color theory. I mean, I forget it all 10 minutes after the episode, but it's fun while we're here. What's interesting too is, again, Gordon and Warner in particular, like even at the halfway point, both of them have very distinct styles. Like, to me, I can see their sketches. I don't need to see a signature. Those two I can instantly pick out. Usually, with Reed, I can sort of do that, but this is an interesting character to see from him.
This is the first time.
Yeah, I'm really liking sort of seeing frankly, a non-venomized style here. It's interesting to sort of see what you can do in this sense. I'm loving it. And then Matt has a dirty face. There you go. We're hiding me behind Ash's comments.
It's the stash, man.
Yeah.
It's the stash.
Keep it going.
So,
Are
Yeah,
you
my
growing that
stash
out?
going.
Are you growing that out?
I actually when I was out with dinner with my wife earlier, I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you should hit me with a brick, and 10 being I should keep going. What do you think about it? And she refused to answer, so that sort of told
She
me.
refused to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the brick.
Next time you guys go
Get a kind of brick.
to next time you go to the restaurant, just be like, can I get a liter of cola? Can I get a liter of cola?
Can I get some pop, please? We're going. It's an interesting the costume as well. So we're going with sort of a darker red. With just Mr. Reed up there. So interesting. And I like. Let's get all there.
Aiden, how's it going?
I mean, with those effects there, wow.
At least you didn't get hit with the brick.
A handlebar mustache. There you go.
Oh man, I could totally see you with the handlebar curly evil mustache.
Just twirling.
Yup.
These are really all right. See, we're seeing them all come together here.
Where are we at on time?
You don't want it to be a mystery? 7.5 minutes left. We're halfway there.
Enough.
Just right now, hit the halfway.
Answer. 7.5 minutes to go.
So just for those that don't watch Gordon's whatnots, he has a tendency of second guessing stuff when he does the eyelashes.
Oh God, I knew something was coming. Yeah.
He's throwing a little wrench in your
Dre's trying
here.
to sabotage me before this is over.
He is. Yo. Dre's on defense over here.
Can we get a zoom on Luke's? See, now, again, as a non-artist, my head would have said to do the color first of the effects. But I guess now that I'm seeing this, I think this approach makes more sense. But because, right, if it ended now, at least with the white, that you could sort of say that's the effect itself. So interesting.
Right. I think from my perspective is too, if you do the body first, when you do the light for the effects or the color for the effects, you then get those tones going on to the skin tones versus doing the skin tones over top of that effect color.
What he said.
Now, again, not artist. So artist, is that kind of like the approach you would take with that? Is that you do the skin tones first and then do the effect coloring over top of that, so that way that light, that main effect color is the top layer on everything underneath.
Yeah, but I also think that a lot of people would probably approach it where they might use a different medium. Like I think, as an example, I plan on using like acrylic markers, so it's going to be opaque over the whole thing. So like half the stuff I'm drawing is probably going to disappear.
We get a nice watercolor going on in the background there.
Yeah, that is true. It does depend on the medium, depending on how you would want to approach that. But you could also, if you didn't want to do it to where you did the skin tone first and then have like the effect set on top, you could also just kind of leave a little space for it too. It just kind of depends. I think you could do it either way.
Yeah, Joseph.
Now, Joseph, when you're doing that, do you have a vision of how that watercolor is going to come out, or are you just sort of letting it ride?
A little bit of both, but I feel like the amount of time that I have, I'm not going to really get it to that point. So this is going to be another after Sketch Wars special.
Yeah, part of the beauty of the watercolor is the chaos.
4.5 minutes left, everybody.
God have
Oh
mercy.
my gosh.
Oh, Munshaw's being mean to Tony in chat now. Unbelievable.
Man,
Now Tony's being
Munchall
mean to
came
me.
in.
What is it with Canadians always being so mean to us?
Oh wow, Perna, shots fired.
I know. What the heck? I think it's because I wasn't there last week. Well, Tony, that's Dre's fault.
Big John.
For-
Stud.
For
God,
those
I
of you asking in the chat, the main chat is on sketchcardwars.com. That'll take you to the latest episode every time. For some reason, putting links in the
Oh, wait,
comments is generally not approved.
There's more than one chat?
Yep.
Like
if
a
you guys
members only
broadcast
chat?
it- if you broadcast it to your own channel, people can watch it on your channel. and comment.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
So we here in the stream see all the comments because they're aggregated by StreamYard.
Yeah.
Right. But then StreamYard's not
Nice.
able to send the other channels out to the other channels.
Some import-export joke there somewhere.
Coming up on 3 minutes left.
Completely unintentional. It was not intended, Tony. I didn't intend to miss last week.
A Ric Flair to Perna Sting. There you go. We're going all wrestling.
Now, I'm really liking what Luke's doing here with this effect now that he's bringing in these other colors in there.
Yep, no, I agree.
It's gonna definitely make this art stand out.
Now, Nathan, with all these wrestling references, who does that make you and I? I mean, in the dark there, I'm getting a little Captain Lou Albano vibe from you.
Who?
You don't know Captain Lou
Man,
Albano?
that's
Oh,
how
wow.
old is
Super
that?
Mario.
He was, oh my God, how do you even describe Lou Albano? I mean, he was a coach. He was one of the coaches.
Yeah.
In pop culture, if you're not a wrestling fan, he was in, God, this is going to age me. He was in some of Cyndi Lauper's videos way back in the MTV
Yeah,
days.
Oh my goodness.
and Cyndi Lauper did a thing at one of the WrestleManias with him, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Was
Yeah,
that
he
the
was
name
also,
that the name that he went by on screen?
90 seconds
also-
left, artist.
He was also Mario in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show back in the 90s.
I love that.
If anybody remembers that. Yeah.
Remember when Sergeant Slaughter came on and was yelling at him?
Sergeant Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik. Oh, classics.
We actually went to SmackDown a
Much
few
off
weeks
back
ago
there.
in New Orleans.
1 minute.
Chat's calling for community notes here.
A lot of them sort of working off screen here or covering it, so we're not really getting a look at where we're going on some of these, and I kind of like that.
I think some of
Sorry.
that is like the camera obviously gets in the way sometimes, so they want a better view of the card when they're doing that. Right?
George the Animal Steel, get those corner pads. 30 seconds.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He was one of my faves.
I mean, if you were my age, Snuka was the way to go, you know? 15
Super
seconds.
fly.
Yeah, Snooki, there you go. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and pencils down.
This may be the first week we didn't have anybody continuing after the clock.
Well,
I thought about it.
Everybody's playing by the rules tonight. Oh my goodness.
none of that where it magically falls off camera. And
Yep.
all right, just zoom in on whoever you want, Nathan. We'll start there.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. the producer's here, so he's handling that. So we got Joe's up here. Joe, did we accomplish what we were looking to accomplish in the second half?
I mean, as far as getting color and everything put on it, yes, but it's like not enough layers. There was a lot of things that I wanted to incorporate. I wanted to get some of the blue splatters going on in here. Card got a little bit too wet. These cards are great, but the watercolor's not too friendly with them, so kind of soaked in a little bit right there, a little bit too much. So when I tried to go with white, it just wasn't happening. My white paint marker, I don't know where it went, but I think, after sitting down and tampering with this for a while, there's a lot of things I got to touch up, a lot of things I got to do to it, but I might be able to pull it off, like at least salvageable afterwards.
He's gonna venomize her. That's what's gonna happen.
There's still time. Still time in the fifth quarter. Luke.
What's up? I think I got the effects the way I want them to go. I mean, I have a little rough spots around the edges, and wasn't able to put the detail that I want on it, but some more black lines, some highlights with my Posca paint pen, and her legs are missing. I need to get her legs.
So, as one of our new attendees, the 30 minutes really sneaks up on you, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does. And you mentioning the time, it's good to know, but also it's like playing a game.
Starts adding that pressure.
The stressor.
Categories.
Adding the pressure,
yeah. Faster. Yeah. That's fun.
All right.
All right, Mr. Willis.
Gordon.
Oh, sorry. I was just admiring everybody's work.
Let's see if we can.
Yeah. So, what's going on with that?
A little fuzzy. It's okay. I think it's just StreamYard sometimes lags. But
all right. So I think that I got done when I wanted to. I could have kind of just kept tinkering and messing with it, but sometimes it's best to know when to stop in those situations, because you can always find something that you're not happy with and you could keep messing with. So I just kind of like got to the point where I was like, all right, I think it's good here.
The focus on the YouTube channel is bad, but actually on the camera, it's spot on. So it's more of a streaming thing than anything else.
Yeah,
it must be, because it looks like that for me too. That's what I was thinking. I think Michael Munshaw is trying to sabotage me too.
Yeah,
he's doing that to everybody tonight. I think he's
taking up all your bandwidth.
He's a little sour.
It is something I hadn't thought about too, which is, like you said, you need to have the confidence to know when to stop, right? Because it really is, it's not just frustration. Okay, I'm done. It's, you know what? I've accomplished it. Why push it?
Yeah. Well, I think Dre made the comment earlier, and it was kind of an inside comment, but he mentioned the eyelashes, because one time I was streaming and I was working on this Ghost Rider, and then I kept adding a little too much detail, and it made Ghost Rider look like he had eyelashes, and it kind of caused a little meltdown on stream. So that kind of, you kind of have to just pull back sometimes.
All right, Josh, how we looking here, sir?
I don't know.
Nice.
You got 30 minutes. So.
No,
are you happy with where you got in 30 minutes?
That's what you get in 30 minutes.
I mean, if you think about 30 minutes, right? That's sort of what you typically get with a con sketch, right? Is about 20 to 30 minutes. So.
I tend to spend more time on a con sketch, but it's you always get somebody that comes back to the table. Is it ready? It's like, give me 15 more minutes. Comes back 15 minutes later. Give me 15 more minutes. But
it kind of goes to the happy with it? When do you finally just stop with it? Like Gordon was just saying a little bit ago, right?
Well, no, I mean, I was obviously listening to the countdown and stuff, and it was like, okay, well, I know what I got to get done before that to get it to even be somewhat presentable. So, maybe skipped a few steps here and there. So, didn't even actually ink it. Just went in with a darker pencil with like a 3B, and quote unquote inked it with the pencil. And the sad thing is, I was looking for a blender and I couldn't find one. That's to try and clean some of that up. But
And
yeah,
I hadn't
most
thought of
part,
that. If you get the blender, a margarita would really take the edge off, wouldn't it?
oh yeah, well,
Wrong blender, sorry.
Derpa says it looks like the reflection of her spell is falling upon her face. I could see that.
yeah, I mean, again, metallic Posca markers, and again, like I said, it's all opaque and stuff, so it kind of covers up, some of the stuff. In a perfect world with more time, I'd get a little more detail in the hands in terms of like the quote unquote inking, but I didn't have the time to really get into that without you wouldn't have had any spell effects, so to speak, and even those are pretty weak. But again, 30 minutes, I'm pretty happy for not having picked up a pencil in months. So
Yeah, you killed it, man. For 30 minutes.
Make
I
sure
think
you don't
everybody
wait.
did a great job.
what's that?
I was just gonna say, make sure you don't wait another couple months to pick it up again.
Yeah. No, it's things have been crazy in real life. So
I feel that.
25 for you.
All right, Matt. Joe's over here venomizing his Scarlet Witch.
I mean, we've already got in
No.
chat. We got Mr. Jayhawks fan says he likes Gordon's the best. So we got chat, and this is something we never really asked. Chat, what do you guys think? Does anybody have favorites? I do love the danger noodles. Like, we're really running with that.
yeah.
Danger news.
The foe is just wrapped around her hands.
Now, Gordon, this will impact you sort of the most, but one of the things most people have been doing is they've been continuing and touching up the sketches. Now, you mentioned knowing when to stop. Is that an overall stop, or do you see yourself continuing to refine this over the next few days?
I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I might be done. There's definitely more I could do how I'm thinking about it right now, but I don't know that I will because I don't want to mess it up. Sometimes,
just do another one.
Sometimes I can stop like in the middle of something and come back to it later, but it has to be at like a certain point. Like this may be a little too far. Like if I just stop and don't mess with it for the rest of the night, it may be one of those things where I just can't go back to it.
Interglobal.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I think we got a clear winner in the chat for Gordon tonight. Myself personally, if I'm picking a winner for how far we got in 30 minutes, I think Gordon's is the closest to completion. But if I'm picking one of these sketches to pick up for myself, I like Luke's the best for what I like to see in a sketch.
I agree with that because I think knowing what I've seen in the past and where artists can continue to go, I think once that's fleshed out, and he's continuing even now to add little details, I really think that's got the potential to really pop.
Absolutely. But these are all fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, it's another, chat's picked a winner, but I don't think there's not one that's head and shoulders above the rest here. So I like where we ended up here.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see where these come in the next couple of days as the artist finishes them out too, and the Sketch Cards Awards Instagram channel shares these out.
Agree. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm thinking I'm just going to finish this tonight. I won't spend too much more time on it.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes.
This was a challenger, that's for sure.
All right, artists. Any last words from you guys? Where can everybody follow you guys at?
Instagram, all that good jazz. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm seeing 43. Shout out.
Yeah. Graham of Insta, Book of Face. So is that Art of Jalen Warner on Facebook and JL Warner 72 on Instagram. That's pretty much it for me, but it hasn't been updated in ages.
Awesome.
Anybody
Yeah, I
got
think you put it in
Patreons or anything
put it
like
in the
that?
chat.
No, OnlyFans, but
Yeah,
Only
Dre did
pins
drop
for
those in
me.
the chat, didn't he? Where's those at? There we go.
I started
go.
a TikTok where I
There's
just show off finished
There's some
pieces.
Instagram handles for you guys. If you're interested in these pieces that the artist drew tonight, go ahead and reach out to them and try to work that out.
Yeah, my
Unlet?
handle is the same on everything: Instagram, Facebook, whatnot, TikTok,
Excellent.
everything. So try to make it easy to find me.
Oh, that's another thing. I got a question for anybody. If you got a whatnot, I just downloaded one too. So you can do like artwork on there live.
Yeah,
do whatever you want.
It
As long as you're wearing pants.
yeah.
Huh.
If seriously though, if you have questions about it, just message me because I'm happy to give you any info because I've been streaming on there for almost 2 years now. So yeah, if you have any questions about setting it up or anything, just let me know.
I've had people asking me about it lately. Like, oh, you have a whatnot? And I'm like, isn't that a card breaking thing? Like, all right.
Well,
Just
and if
check it
you're
out.
thinking about
You-
TikTok, you should definitely go check out Dre's thirst trap art videos. He's got that down pat. Does the slow reveal.
Gordon has 12 plus followers.
Yeah, I downloaded
Trey.
Whatnot, but I just haven't done anything with it yet. I think I downloaded it in that last summer, but
Yeah, I don't even
Yeah.
know where to begin.
Well, if any of y'all,
Looking at
seriously,
it
if y'all are curious about it, just message me.
all. Right on. We'll
I think
do.
it's finding time to actually sit down and have that designated time to do it rather than just on your own time
hmm
when you have a family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of
Some
like that
vouchers there for the
advertisement
artist
there
on
too,
whatnot.
right?
There we go.
Chat, if you're curious, message me. Loving it.
Slide up into those DMs.
Exactly.
All right, folks. That's gonna do it for us for tonight.
Thank
Jay!
you, everybody, as
What's going
always.
on, man?
Yeah. Shout
All
out.
right,
This
guys.
is a
Oh,
fun challenge.
Bye,
all right, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Thank
See
you.
you next time, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.